240Hz refresh rate, an impressive 0.03 milliseconds response time, and a beautiful 27-inch OLED panel supporting HDR10 and G-Sync, this Agon Pro monitor delivers some great specs for the price, so let's go ahead and check it out. So full disclosure before we get started though, the video is sponsored by Agon, which is AOC's gaming brand, and they've sent me the monitor for free to showcase to you guys, but that of course doesn't change my opinions. So the exact monitor we have here is the 27-inch Agon PRO AG276QZD monitor, and when it arrived I was pleasantly surprised with just how easy it is to unbox and set up. So if we first take a look inside the box, you can see we've got the AOC calibration report. We've then got the metal plate for the VESA mounting, and this is 100 by 100. We've then got the base for the monitor, the arm for the monitor for those of you that are going to be using the included monitor stand. We've then got the power cable, a box which contains an alternative power cable, the power brick, the monitor's USB cable, and then a couple of HDMI cables as well. And then we've also got a mini screwdriver and some screws for those of you that will be using the VESA mount. And then finally, we've got the manual. Now to set up the monitor, you can leave it protected in the packaging. You just push the arm onto the back of the monitor to clip it in. You can then attach the base and that's it. It's all constructed and you can just lift it out of the box, place it on your desk and plug it in. Now when it comes to the design, of course, that's all personal preference, but I like what they've done here. It's a gaming monitor and we clearly have a bit of a gaming theme here, but they haven't gone over the top with it either. Now we've got a futuristic, almost cyberpunk kind of style, and we've even got some RGB LEDs on the rear. I also quite like the simplicity of the stand, but it's also still versatile, and the monitor can be lowered or raised up to 130mm. We've also got the option to swivel and tilt as well. So let's go ahead and turn the monitor on, and you can see it's a nice bright display thanks to its 1000 nits of peak HDR brightness. It's a WOLED display with a Quad HD resolution of 2560 by 1440, and this delivers 110.8 pixels per inch. It's a 240Hz display with an aspect ratio of 16 by 9. We get a lightning fast response time of 0.03 milliseconds, we've got G-Sync and FreeSync compatibility, and we've also got support for HDR10. It's a flat display with nice slim bezels all round, and it's also nice and thin when it comes to the panel. The monitor with the included base sits nicely on the desk and it doesn't take up too much space overall, and I'm happy with its design. And as I said, it also supports tilt and swivel, and you can use this as a vertical monitor as well. Now one thing about the stand is that the base is more of an abstract shape. It's not symmetrical, and of course that was intentional as part of the design, but it's definitely something to point out. Now for the rear LEDs, you can also customize them using the monitor settings, and they come in a choice of red, green, blue, rainbow, or you can go in and set a custom mode. Now being an OLED display, it's aimed at gaming and media, and it does a fantastic job. For productivity, it's not recommended to use any OLED monitors as your software logos and toolbars could cause burn-in if you leave them on the display for very extended amounts of time, which isn't uncommon with productivity. For gaming though, the monitor is just a pleasure to use. For console gamers, you can enjoy the 1440p at the full 120Hz. We've got nice bright vibrant colors along with some deep blacks to go with them. It's worth noting though that while the display can go up to 240Hz, I believe the max output for any console out there at the moment is still at only 120 frames a second. Now of course, for the PC gamers out there, you can enjoy the full 240Hz providing your graphics card and PC can keep up with that, and the monitor has just been a pleasure to use overall. I've played a wide variety of games like Warzone, Rocket League, etc., and especially when playing the more competitive games like Counter-Strike, where every millisecond counts, the monitor has just been incredible. Thanks to the lightning fast response time, it just feels so comfortable to play, and it really does feel like it's giving you that competitive edge. Now for normal use in editing, we've also got an sRGB profile on the monitor, and I have to say it looks great. I don't have the equipment to test all the data for response time and color accuracy, but for video editing and color grading, it looked really good and it's a pleasure to use. And I've seen from other sources who have tested the monitor that it has received good results. This also becomes apparent when watching media like TV or films, and everything just looks great on this monitor. Now it's also got a matte coating to the display, so this means it's well suited to those of you that use your monitor in brighter environments, as it's better at reducing those light reflections than a glossy coated display. And when using the computer desktop, it's also fine. But as I stated, OLED displays are not really the best choice if productivity and desktop is going to be the main use. But when opening Windows on the desktop, you can also see there's a bit of a shift in brightness, and this is in place to try and prevent the effects of those burn-in. And then we've also got the option for uniform brightness for those of you that want everything to be fully even. Now, there are also plenty of protections built into the monitor to prevent burn-in on the monitor itself. Now, Agon provide a detailed care guide and you configure all of the settings within the monitor. And then we also get some good things like a pop-up after 4 hours, and it just warns you that you should be doing a maintenance cycle to protect the screen from any burn-in. So all you have to do is accept that and it will go ahead and do that cycle. Now, for those unaware, OLED panels run cycles when they're turned off as well, so make sure when it comes to any OLED display, you never turn it off at the power. When it comes to the panel, we get an 80:1 contrast ratio, 1.07 billion display colors, we've got a viewing angle of 178 degrees along with a peak HDR brightness of 1000 nits, and for those of you concerned with efficiency, we've also got plenty of power saving and economy options within the OSD, and we've also got a low blue light mode for anyone concerned with eye fatigue. Now, the monitor also comes equipped with two 5-watt speakers, and this is going to do the job for the times that you need sound. But personally, I'm always using headphones when it comes to the computer or gaming, and I wouldn't ever be using the monitor's built-in speakers. Now, when it comes to the inputs, we've got two HDMI 2 ports and two DisplayPort 1.4 ports. And of course, for the PC gamers, you're going to need to use the DisplayPorts for the full 240 refresh rate. There's two USB 3.2 ports which can be used for your peripherals, provided you also use the included USB cable to attach your PC to the monitor. And the menus and navigations are also very easy and intuitive to navigate, so you can easily set up the monitor to your liking and customize it exactly the way you want it to be. Now, we've got the sRGB profile, plenty of gaming styles to choose from. We've got stuff like shooters, actions, esports. We've also got separate gaming modes like RTS, FPS, racing, and we've even got the Gamer 1 and Gamer 2 modes. There's also plenty more features in there like on-screen crosshairs or frame counters. Now, of course, probably the most important thing for you guys is going to be the price. And at the time of recording this video, the cheapest option for me is Amazon UK at just £478, and for the USA it's $479.99. And to be fair, for a monitor of this caliber, it's great value. For the gamers out there or people using it for media, it's really not going to disappoint no matter what you want to watch. So if you are in the market for a new monitor, then I highly recommend you check it out now, and of course I've placed the links down in the description below, so you can go ahead and click that now. But hopefully I've covered everything for you in today's video, but if there's anything I've missed or you've got any questions at all, then just ask them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to hit subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech.